This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. The fact that he's holding Leon's handbook. Yep. Fever time and nega time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the R1 button, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. If you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push X square, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. That only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if you only got to access to a special time, right? So we've also created something called nega time that your opponent can use. The moment that activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. The opponent won't use nega time if it's okay.
But we're in the hardest, so they'll
Right.
constantly use it.
So I'm assuming if I use it,
Show me some evidence.
If you use it, then you basically,
I won't listen. I refute you.
like I said, can push the buttons at random.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong.
okay.
I won't listen.
Start to press buttons
I
already.
refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
So yeah, like you assumed, if you set fever time when they have the nega time,
I refuse to vote.
then it basically counters out itself.
False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it. If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
That saved some time.
Okay, so he gave up. Oh, a C. And it wasn't even on the rhythm part.
What did you do on that part that got you a C?
It's the one where I,
Kept
tracksuit.
using the wrong one. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. 95 more points, though.
Moist.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait, hold on.
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
And it looks like Mondo is out. Alright, Corn Cob, you're out of here.
Yeah, at least you could stop complaining about his hair. Although I feel like you'll miss it.
Not as much as you miss Riker's beard in Star Trek Season 2.
I hope to miss it one of these days.
I think you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Iwata.
Unbelievable.
The vote was not unanimous.
Hiyotaka chose the wrong answer. Tending very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru, you need to be more careful. Yeah, what if there's a rule that if you get it wrong, then you also get... I refuse to believe it.
But who did you vote for instead? That's my question.
Probably be Aqua. No way he could kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Well, why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the circle button to fast forward the text. No, I'm good for hearing it. Once a young boy, his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. An extremely inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. So weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen this as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside him. It was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak. Weak. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, the world of survival of the fittest, if you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
That was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. That was revealed, it would be the end, the hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust in such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
He's okay.
But...
Don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Knowingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm gonna get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. So, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to restrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell the person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. The person he went to
Yeah, that's right.
was me. It sure was. Biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep that secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
It was because of Mondo's support that he died.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. What he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
Could have been part of it, but I didn't think it was the main reason. It's because Chihiro didn't want to be found out as a boy. The purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro.
But...
How does moving the body keep his secret?
Because...
If everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so we tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. It's the secret. Possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is
It's
this?
impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone. What, did he, like, kill his brother?
No.
It's
He
impossible.
wet the bed until 6th grade.
Oh boy.
Must murder someone.
Don't make me
How
repeat
much
myself.
time must I... How many times must I repeat myself? Judge other by your own standards is the highest of folly. When he can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey!
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Okay, yeah.
The brother he idolizes.
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. The only reason he had the chance of joining a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Awada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his own family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Before anyone knew it, had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peachy and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the game from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. So every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I just...
I gotta get stronger than Daya. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly...
Well, then he's technically not the one who killed his brother.
He didn't kill his brother, it was an accident, but he feels like it was his fault. Laying his kid brother's arm, the older brother delivered his final words. "My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry." Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. "Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men." He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. As a result, he claimed that he killed him. The team was made even stronger under the banner of a kid who bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own elder brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why... Mondo. After I saw that Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. Never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I was sure what to think or say, but after a while that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. It was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you've kept this secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But
You're right, but...
I want
to change. I wrap myself in lies, I'm weak, I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. Felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change, I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what, you're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weaknesses, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him, and that jealousy broke me.
What?
You're making fun of me. I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. Felt like I could hear some starting to creak. Something inside my head. What do you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn
Why do you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face? No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of
Stronger
a
than
bitch.
Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground. I killed him.
Killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
I was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead and say that again. I dare you.
He's not gonna try and punch him, is he?
He probably will. I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because it's time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
You kid me.
You mean execution? That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
From Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait, what? Wait.
Let's give it
I'll give it everything we've got.
It's punishment time!
Said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Game over. Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
Oh boy, what is it this time? What? Eccentric, isn't this? Cage of Death.
Wonder what it does.
Death. Oh boy, I see. Just gone. Lovely. Turn into butter? What?
It's kind of messed up.
Laugh at death, and your souls will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother? Another murder and another execution. I want to feel it again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka's sad screams evaded our skulls, we each forced to realize once again, but he, of course, had to.
What a disappointment. Is this the end of the game?
Byakuya?
What is this?
Completely insane, you know that? Gabe, one of our friends, is dead. Do you realize that?
He's not his friend.
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
however,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting.
His voice was calm, emotionless like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone.
Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
honestly,
So you ignored the nighttime rule too.
That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
there is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue.
That night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him.
Spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well,
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed.
But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. That's why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up.
You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene.
But
Damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Another thing that was never solved during this is why he was acting so weird about the mailbox.
I don't know, he just...
I wasn't looking in the mailbox, no way.
He brought it up at the very beginning and he was like, oh, there's this, but then we were like, no, it's broken. He's like, oh.
And
So,
then
like,
he dismissed it.
I think he was acting weird because he was like everyone else. He was like, I got an ace up my sleeve. I'm gonna bring this up during the class trial. And then he brought it up and you're like, but no, you can't. He was like, oh. And then he just stopped because that was the ace he had. That was the only thing he did during the
I
entire
see.
investigation. He had nothing else on him.
You would have been dead too, right?
Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before I reached that point. And of course...
Darko turned and looked me in the eye. Feel sharp eyes piercing into me.
Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become Blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for.
Which is me, evidently. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey,
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next?
you...
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everyone will be revealed to me. Everything. A noble son of a noble family, truly you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I achieve complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
For which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled
Ooh,
up.
so cool! It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Temper, temper! Sounds like someone needs a nap. Interesting. Laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell, and more of a future than us. Oh, that a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying,
Mysterious other person.
this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
So it almost is like it's a reality TV show. One thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
This wants you to think that it's Byakuya that he's talking to, because he made the comment about friendship. Interestingly enough, though, I have the feeling this is Kyoko.
Yo. Because of how mysterious she is?
Not because of how mysterious she is, it's because she straight up said the whole thing to go into the girls' locker room to check out the body to find out Chihiro was a boy was to make things interesting.
Right.
For him.
That makes sense.
Plus the ... I mean, yeah, come on.
Chapter 2 is over.
Boy's life of despair. The end.
That was a decently sized chapter, and now we're down to 10 people.
10 people remain. Woo boy.
Things are swiftly going downhill.
Crazy Diamond present. Two of a kind.
Not ace in a hole.
Evidently not.
Okay, well,
We're done for tonight.
yeah.
It's 3 a.m.
It's 3 a.m.
Danganronpa.